Greatest interviewer of all time, Dan Allen Gaming. If there's one podcast you want to hear this year, it's Dan Allen Gaming.
Dan, we've got a job to do.
Mr. Allen, I've been waiting for you, Mr. Dan Allen. Anyone has heard of the likes of you, especially your YouTube channel. It's amazingly entertaining. Good job.
This is Geralt of Rivia, and you're watching Dan Allen Gaming. Yeah.
This is Agent 47. Subscribe to Dan Allen Gaming. He's a great guy.
I always knew we were destined for something great to happen. A lot of people want to change their cards, not me. I like the hand we've been dealt.
I'm gonna come find you, little man thing.
Dan, I knew you'd love me. Come on now, just a little taste.
Dan Allen Gaming. He's a lovely boy.
Super Dan, you number one. Woohoo!
This is Colt calling out to Dan the Animal Allen. I'm gonna break this fucking loop, or I'm gonna break your neck.
You're watching Dan Allen Gaming, and you're going to regret it.
Dan, you and I are gonna take back the universe for humanity.
We're having a problem with Metal Gear, and I need your help. So contact me by codec, damn it!
Dan Allen! You and I going dark now!
Are you being cheeky, Dan?
I'd like to keep this for close encounters.
Tune in to Dan Allen Gaming, or else I'm coming after you. You're fucking down.
I've been interviewed by Dan Allen.
of Dan Allen Gaming. Not to be mistaken for Van Allen. You know the belts? No, not the same guy. Not even related. Okay, Jackie out.
All the best to you. Just don't cross me.
Dan Allen Gaming, you have got to be one of the best things to come out of Australia. Did you know that? You and me, we would have been unstoppable. Anyways, Outlaws for life, partner.
Your face, your ass, what's the difference?
It's okay, Dan. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
But you shouldn't have done that. It fucking hurts!
Let's find out if Dan Allen Gaming really is the best fucking show in town.
Dan! You eat babies! Everybody knows that!
Welcome, everybody. Welcome in. It's your boy Dan back with another live stream. I hope you're all doing well on this fine Wednesday. For me, for a lot of you guys, it'll be Tuesday. Because over here in Australia, we seem to teleport. We seem to be in the future, if you know what I mean. So that's that's what's happening, eh?
Oh.
What?
You'll never, ever break this loop.
There's no never here. Just you, me, and the rest of these maniacs.
Bring it, baby.
This is Ramblin' Frank's Matinee. This little ditty goes out to the handsome asshole trying to break our loop. Cold, the visionaries are ready to dance. Are you?
Toxic illusion, falling deeper spiral down. Static delusion. This is where we do or die. And I've been here before, face to face with the guns, up against all the odds, and I'm the only one. Oh, I've been here before, it must be true.
Stay still for like a second.
What the grenade?
Shit! Die already! You're doomed! Somebody's feeling feisty.
Oh, I've been here before, it must be true. This is death. At the beginning of the end again. It's deja.
Where you been hiding? Boy, do I got a bone to pick with you.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
What to do when the bullet is the same, but the kill is always new.
Song's over, people. And so is Ramblin' Frank. The rest of you motherfuckers are next.
Ozzy, can you hear me all good?
I can.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Great to have you on the show finally.
Yeah,
I'm all good calling you Ozzy, yeah? The shortened version.
Yes, Ozzy's perfect.
Where's the origin of that name come from?
My parents are from Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're Igbo.
Wow. You weren't born there or anything? They just came over?
I was born in Texas.
Texas?
Arlington to be exact, yeah, but I was born in Texas.
Nice. So when did you actually move down to pursue this dream of yours?
Let's see, I moved to LA about 10 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I went to school at Southern Methodist University in Dallas, so I did my 4-year undergrad there. And then I got a contract to do theater in Santa Maria. So I did that for about 1.5 years. And then I moved to LA, and then I've been doing acting ever since.
Wow, that's incredible. And I tell you what, you've had a pretty good last couple of years. Let's just say that, hey? How you?
It's been okay.
How you feeling? Like after the reception of Deathloop, I mean, IGN gave it a 10. Like all these 10 out of 10s. That's no small feat.
I'm glad people like it. I mean, I feel like as a performer, for me, all I want is for people to have a place to go and escape,
Yeah.
To relax or to enjoy a story or to have a really, really good experience. And if people can do that with Deathloop, then I think I've done what I set out to do.
Have you, has it been overwhelming, the fan reception so far? Have you got a lot of messages, or what's it been like compared to other titles that you've worked on?
Oh yeah, this has been definitely one of the message.
Yeah.
Hi. but it's a good thing. I mean, yeah, it's overwhelming because it's a lot, and if you have messaged me on Instagram or Twitter, I promise I'll get to you.
You haven't got to everyone yet, yeah.
How many? I haven't gotten to everybody yet. But I appreciate it. I mean, listen, I wouldn't be anywhere without the fans anyway. And so, yeah, to your question, it is a little bit overwhelming, but I can handle it.
Do friends and family know the scope of this project? Or
No.
do they don't get it? No, they don't get it, do they?
No.
Why is that? Is it because it's a game?
They're not that big of gamers. My family, my friends, I have friends who had no idea I had anything to do with it, in part because the video game world is so NDA and confidential.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, half the time I don't even know what not half the time, most of the time I don't even know what I'm auditioning for.
Yeah.
And then I get in there, and then maybe halfway through they're like, by the way, this is this. And even then, it's, you can't talk about it or post about it or say anything about it.
Was that the case for Deathloop?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm imagining so, yeah. What, so
what was I don't even remember the code name for it. I didn't know it was called Deathloop until maybe a year in.
Yeah, there's always a code name, isn't there?
Yeah, there's always a code name. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they've got some cool code names. I've heard some cool ones over the years for different projects, but yeah, I understand it. But one good thing was, I told Jason this, that they actually announced you guys earlier on. You were a part of QuakeCon and everything, and people knew you were going to be the stars of this game. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I appreciated that, in part because my voice was in the trailers, which dropped before QuakeCon and before the official announcement, and so I had high school friends messaging me on Facebook and being like, "I think that I heard your voice in this thing," and I'm like, "Oh."
No, that's not me. Oh, it could be.
I think so. I think I would know if I was. I don't think so. So it's nice not to have to lie to everybody all the time.
Virtually Hidden here says, we'd love to see you in more games. Well, I don't think, what people don't know is you have been in quite a few games. We're talking Mirror's Edge, Half-Life Alyx. You know, these are some of critically acclaimed games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you've done motion capture too, haven't you?
Yeah. Mirror's Edge was motion cap. I was also in Wolfenstein. That was not motion cap though. And I've also done Gears of War.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. I'm one of the escape modes. I play Hannah.
Ah, nice, nice.
So yeah. I'm doing things. I mean, my voice just changes depending on what I'm doing. A little bit tweaks here and there, but yeah, I've been around the block.
Is there a role that you're looking to go after, in terms of video games? Would you want to go for I don't know, is there a specific role that would interest you, or world?
Huh.
I mean, anything Marvel's always good, isn't it?
Yeah, but come on now. Marvel always get their people, I feel like when you sign a Marvel contract, you're like, I'm going to do the press, the video game, the animated series, that, what I mean?
Yeah, it's a big deal. Yeah.
I would love to do a Marvel thing, because then it would mean I'd be on screen as well. And amazing.
Yeah. But you're in What If? People don't know that. You got a small little role in What If.
Yeah, I play Suri.
I haven't watched that show yet. Should I? Am I missing out?
No, don't watch the show that I'm in. You're not missing anything. What are you saying to me? You're missing all the things.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Subconscious FOMO right now. You don't even feel it, but it's happening to you.
Do you play the games you're in, or are you not much of a gamer?
Let me tell you something. I played Halo in high school.
Nice.
And everyone wanted to play against me because I was always the person who was stuck at the corner who can't figure out how to turn around. That's how good I am at video games.
So I'm guessing you don't have a PlayStation 5 just yet.
No, but I would absolutely love one, because with how much they are talking about this game, and I think I'll be good at a shooter like that, like a first person shooter.
Okay. Bit of the Halo background might come in handy.
Yeah, and my brothers play a little bit here and there, so I feel like they would love to teach me instead of bet money against me and win my money.
But you'd be playing as Juliana, wouldn't you? The whole time.
How fitting.
So what drew you to this character? Was it the impulsive nature of her? Was it the flamboyant? What was it that you loved about playing this character?
Definitely her impulsive nature, because I'm like, wow, this would be me in a world where there were very little to no consequences for running my mouth. That's kind of nice.
Okay, right. So that was the reason. Okay, fair enough.
And also because the game her character, the picture of her illustration is just, you don't see a lot of Black women in video games in general. And you don't see a lot of them leading the charge. And you definitely don't see them with curly hair, with their natural hairs. I feel like all of those things really speak to what the world, I would think, I would hope, is trying to do, which is say that there are other people here that exist and have great stories to tell. So I think that's what drew me to her as well. Just to have a presence, have that kind of presence in the video game world is nice.
And I'm guessing you had a bunch of fun on this, because it felt like you and Jason were just letting loose and just having an absolute ball. That's what it felt to me. It was just super fun, super energetic. Was it like that the whole time, or was there any challenges throughout the process, or what?
Oh, definitely. I mean,
Or you're just too damn good?
yeah, well, things are hard. There are hard things in my life. No, first of all, Jason was a pleasure to work with. We did, if you're on Twitter, or if you follow Bennett, our director, he posted some behind the scenes stuff of when Jason and I were in the studio together for a day for our session. Jason is just amazing to work with. He's so much fun. It was so easy. And I think the hardest thing about the video game but about video games in general is that everything is out of order.
Right. Yeah.
So the jump from Juliana in the beginning of the story to Juliana in the middle to Juliana at the end, sometimes it would be like, we're doing the end, we're starting at the end today, and then we're going to go to the middle, but don't be as intense as the beginning. Like, so keeping track of all of that was a little bit of a challenge, but
felt like an earthquake in here for a second. Sorry. I thought, it started shaking in here. I don't know. I thought I was.
You know what? The camera was shaking too, but I was like, I don't know. Maybe he's getting snacks. I was just like, okay,
I thought we were gonna go off air for a second there. Shit, that was crazy. I don't know what.
You just had an earthquake?
It felt
For
like
real?
it. Jeez, my God, that was scary. Sorry, I missed the last bit you said. Sorry for that.
Yeah, you were in fear for your life.
I just zoned out. Like, am I gonna die here? No.
But on live on YouTube, that's kind of cool.
Oh shit. So what was your first reaction when you saw your character, the art or what she was going to look like? Do you remember that moment? And what your reaction was?
Yeah. My reaction was hell yeah.
Like, is that what you envisaged when you were doing it, or did you have someone completely different in your mind?
You know what's so funny? I have myself in my mind.
Yeah, right.
I think it's me. I see myself doing the action and the thing. So not every once in a while, but every time I see the illustration of the character, I'm like, oh yeah, it's not gonna look like me. I forget, because it's my voice and I'm doing a lot of the work. And like I've created the characters, so in my mind I'm like, why wouldn't the character look like me? But that's not how it works. No, Izzy. So every time I'm like, oh wow, she looks great though.
Oh yeah, love it. I love the art style of this game. Like, just so
cool.
It's so stylish, isn't it? It's just a world of its own.
And the music is amazing.
Oh.
I want to stream it. I don't know how I would. I mean, I was gonna say I want the CD, but I don't want the kids to know how old I am.
I don't believe how old you are. What I saw on Wikipedia or whatever, I can't believe
Probably
it.
wrong.
Looking at you, it is. Thank God, it must be.
Probably wrong.
It must be.
Somebody
There's
else
no
does
way.
that.
Yeah,
It's not me who does that stuff. Somebody else does all that stuff.
Bloody
For
internet.
a second, I looked at myself on Wikipedia and it said that my middle name was Michelle.
Oh, really?
That's fun. Yeah, my
Where do you
actually,
think they get this from?
I don't know.
Like, where does this information just come from? They just make up a random age, make up a random middle name.
Yeah. My sister texted me that one day. She was like, your middle name is Michelle? I go, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, Google it. It's on Wikipedia. I go, oh, well, if it's Wikipedia, excuse
Must
me.
be true. Yeah, exactly.
Gotta be facts. And I'm drunk. That's why I don't know my middle name.
So, can I ask, you've done a lot of these video games now. Have any of them been from home during this COVID period? Or it has? Yeah. So you've got your own sort of setup now at home?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I saw when you interviewed Jason, he was in his nice, fancy, schmancy booth. But I decided to give the kids some color and pattern.
Yeah, you're looking after us, yeah.
But, yeah, I recorded some of Deathloop at home.
Oh, you did? Wow.
Yeah. Well, I was in my home at the time. I was filming this show called Delilah, which is on OWN in North Carolina. So I would record some stuff, some scenes and stuff from my closet in North Carolina.
Is that more difficult, like doing it from home versus like, because you've still got the voice direction, I'm guessing, but it's just a different environment?
Mm-hmm.
Just weird or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird for my neighbors. I mean, I think that's, it's weird for my neighbors.
You're screaming out Colt.
Yeah, like screaming random things. And how it was, like my closet, I was in a condo, but it wasn't a shared wall, but there was a little part of the closet where I could hear, are you still there?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, you left for a second. There's a little part of the closet where I can hear my neighbor vacuuming. So I think there's a small part of the room.
No.
Here. And so I would be like screaming stuff, all the death efforts, like, or like yelling, like, no! That was probably weird for him.
Oh my goodness.
Other than that, I'm like, it's the same, for me, it's the same thing as being in the studio by myself. The snacks are better at home too.
What's your go-to snack? Tell me.
I have been living, but actually before we got on it, so I was like eating that, and I was like, oh my god, I have to set up my stuff. Craisins, so dried cranberries, and goldfish.
Goldfish. Right.
Goldfish and dried cranberries. The best.
Interesting combo. I like it.
Sweet and salty, but not too sweet.
Let's get some user questions. Guys, if you have any questions for Ozzy, please send them through. Colt says, Harlingen, South Texas, baby. Is that where you're from? No?
Say it again?
Harlingen? Is that right? Am I saying that right?
Am I from Harlingen, South Texas?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
No, I'm specifically from Plano, Texas, but no one knows, a lot of people don't know where that is, so I say Dallas because it's the closest thing.
Juliana was amazing. Her performance was so memorable and sassy.
Ooh, memorable and sassy. I'll take it. Who was that?
Who was that? Oh, I've lost it now. Your little brother, he says, have you played Alex in VR yet, Ozzy?
I haven't because I don't have the
equipment.
So if anyone wants to give me then I can finally play it because they always give us the actual game, but I need the.
So you mentioned your brothers, your two brothers, did you say?
Oh, I have 5 brothers, but my 2 baby brothers are the ones who play.
5 brothers, wow, that's a handful. And how many sisters? 1. 2. So family of 8 siblings. Wow. Okay, that's a handful. Wow. What do they say about this? Because you said some of them were gamers. Do they get the scope of this?
I think in general, family doesn't get the scope of anything. They're just like, that's that weird girl who would steal my top. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, it's just Ozzy. Why is everyone being so weird about it? They're proud of me, though. They are very proud of me, but they're not fangirling. If you're asking if they're fangirling over me, they're definitely not. Do not care.
They're the opposite, yeah. They're trying to bring you down a peg, eh?
Well, I mean, they're like, she's not that special.
See, if I was in a game of this scope, I would just be hassling them, going, look how good I am, man. Look at me in this trailer. I'm knocking it out of the park, just stirring them up a bit.
And then they'd be like, you chew too loud and have for 20 years. Or you stole my top and never gave it back, or you ripped my skirt, stuff like that.
So have you seen your work yet? Have you watched your cutscenes or seen?
Yeah, I've watched a couple cutscenes. I've seen I've seen trailers, cutscenes.
Are you going straight onto YouTube day one of release and onto my channel, of course? I mean, that's where you go. And like, are you critiquing your work? Are you going, I'm good there? Like, how does that process for you work?
You know, I don't see it as me. I see it as this other
Nice.
person doing it, which is helpful because I think a majority of my job is to audition. I audition a lot. So I have to be able to direct myself. And part of that is to disassociate a little bit, like, oh, that's that girl doing that thing. I rarely say that's Ozzy in the video game. I don't know what my alter ego is.
Really?
I know Beyonce's is Sasha Fierce, but I'm not that cool. So I'm just
You're
that
cooler than
girl.
Beyonce. Come on.
Whoa.
I'll put that on record. Okay.
But yeah, I don't think of it as me doing that. I think of it as this is Julianne, like it's another person. And that's the character who's doing all that stuff. So I don't think I've ever. And we've worked on this game over a period of 2 years. So sometimes I don't even remember what we did. And I see it and I'm like, oh yeah. So it's like nostalgic more so than critiquey.
Right. Because, yeah, over 2 years. So what's the most... what was the most time between sessions, would you say? How long? Do you know what I mean by that? Like, because I'm guessing if there's like a month where you're not doing anything and you come back, is that hard to come back into the character? Or is it just we can go in straight away? Or is it, let me work up to this, let me hear some playback and get a refresher? Or is it straight in? Like, what's the go there?
I can't go straight in like that. Sometimes, I mean, I wouldn't hear from the team for 3-4 months, and then it'd be like, "Hey, we got to do some stuff over here. Can you pop in for a session on Friday?"
3 to 4 months. Are you going, guys? Am I still in the game? We all good?
It's usually near the end where we're almost done, and they just pop in for small little bits to like redo. Like, oh, we wrote the scene, or we edited this scene, or can you clean up this line, or we've actually changed this character, so in this line, can you actually say their new name? Stuff like that. Near the end, it's like that. So maybe a month.
Is that the same with all characters that you've done? In, not just video games, but do you have to sort of warm up to them the night before or a week before and just sort of feel them out, or like?
For me, no. When I get into the booth to start the session, I always ask for a reference track, and not only because of time. I haven't seen this character in a long time. Also because I'm working on multiple things at the same time, and they all have different voices. So I could be playing a flamingo at like noon today, and then I have to go do Juliana at 4 p.m. So, and they're very different people. I mean, one is for a kids show. So, yeah, they play reference track, and I parrot myself, almost like I'm mimicking myself to get back into the role.
Do you voice Shuru in What If too? This just gets better and better. Yeah, you do, don't you? Yeah. Definitely would love to see this woman in some more leading roles. Has Ozzy ever done voices for anime, says Joel.
Anime? No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Just video games and What If and...
Video games, radio spots.
Yeah, all that.
Animation. I mean, cartoons. I was Bumblebee in Teen Titans Go for a summer, for their summer series.
Ah, nice.
So yeah.
So, because I know you do the show Delilah, and you've done some other on-screen stuff. And then you got this video game side. Are you going to pursue more video games in the future? Is that the way you want your career to go? Or are you just happy doing anything? Or what is, like, do you like the diversity?
I like the diversity. I like the diversity a lot. I like doing it. I mean, Carlos Esposito's in Far Cry. You know what I mean? Like, I like to do all the things. I think it's all acting. I think the writing in video games is so good. That was one of the things that drew me to Half-Life, is the writing was so good. And so, you know, I just like good writing. I don't care where it comes from. I don't care if it's animation. I don't care if it's interactive, on camera. Would be nice because that pay is amazing. But like, you know, yeah, I'm one of those people who I like to act. Acting in video games is different than is also different than acting on camera, on screen. It's just a different muscle. And so I like working out, you know.
Did you get the motion capture bug though when you were doing Mirror's Edge? Because I know a lot of people, once they get into that spandex suit, and you know they just say it's like theater, it's just letting loose on the stage. Like, did you get that bug or what?
Get that bug? Like, am I obsessed with motion capture now?
Yeah, you just want to do more and more.
Maybe I'm lazy. That suit is not fun. I don't know.
There you go. I respect it.
I don't know who said that. That suit is not fun. You gotta peel it all the way off to go pee. And then the headgear is so heavy.
There you go.
Obviously the writing is good, and then I'm like, I'm getting in the suit.
How funny. Someone here asked, what was it like doing the motion capture? I mean, what was the process like besides the suit? What was the actual process of that like, and working with other actors with the suit on? And it's a lot of imagination, isn't it?
Yes. I mean, it's a lot of imagination. And the props, for instance, the props for Gears of War were like a Nerf gun with these weird balls on it, so that they can, you know, the computer and the camera can read the information and then plop you into the video game as a completely different badass version of yourself. So it's just a big, huge open space, and you're acting with the other people. It feels very theater. Whoever told you it was like theater is spot on. It's theater.
I'm just getting confirmation that was an earthquake. So you just did see me experience an earthquake live on air during this show. So that's hilarious. That's never happened before.
We had one on Friday in LA.
Oh, really? So you just have them every other day? Well, down here, that's the first one I think I've ever experienced. Shit.
Oh, the world is ending, don't you know?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Play Deathloop while you can, kids.
How would you go on a Deathloop, you think? How would you I don't know if I'd do so well, personally.
Like in the Deathloop world, how would I fare?
Yeah, just reliving the same day over and over, you know what I mean? Groundhog Day.
I don't think I'd be good at it. I mean, I already am so erratic in my career. I'm like, I want to do voiceover. I want to do on this camera. There's no way. There's no way. I'd be like this again.
Ozzy should really show her family you should really show your family the Juliana and Colt interactions video that Dan did. Someone said here, just to show them how good you are. You know what I mean?
Well, they think I'm great. They just think I'm their sister. They do. You know who is proud? My mother. my mom thinks everything is amazing. Everything is just, my mom is very, very, very proud of me. And I think she would love all of the, I haven't even, I need to like get her all this stuff. Obviously she doesn't play video games.
Yeah.
But I think she would love to see that video.
Yeah. Their chemistry was the highlight of the game. And I've heard that a lot. You and Jason's chemistry. Do you think it was help that you got to meet? Do you think that's what propelled it to that next level for you?
Yes, 110%. Meeting Jason just made everything make sense to me.
And did you just get along straight away, or was he a bit, because he's a bit of a,
a diva?
He's just a bit of a diva, let's be honest. Come on. I mean, he's really hard to work with, I've heard, from multiple
He
people.
rolled up to the studio in a black car, like an Escalade. He threw his jacket on the floor, and somebody had to pick it up. He wouldn't open any of the doors. And then he looked me up and down in his sunglasses, and we're like, ugh. And then he walked into the studio. He also wore gold-plated headphones. He refused to use the studios.
Oh, honestly.
But no, Jason was amazing. It's so funny because we were talking, and our dynamic was just so naturally that way, minus the hatred.
Really? Yeah. Well,
but
he was
a really open guy, so it was easy.
Now, I won't go into spoilers here, but there is a reveal during the game at some point. Were you told about that reveal early on, or when you're looking at the script, it just came up, or how did that work, and did it change the way you looked at the performance, or did anything?
Oh yeah, they told me the reveal pretty early on because that's a huge point, and it influences how I interact with him, especially because I know it and he doesn't. I don't know when they told Jason. That's actually really interesting, whether they told him at all. But they told me very early,
Yeah, and so it did change the way you looked at it? Obviously it would, yeah. Just the way you sort of
interacted with him.
Because you got to balance it between, because at first, we think the two, little bit of spoilers here, guys, the two possibly had dated before. So it's a very different dynamic between Howard and, and at first I sort of thought that could be a possibility. But then as the story goes on, very interesting dynamic. I just, I've said it before, I think this is one of the best games of the year. And I told Jason, I think you and him should be getting a lot of noms, Game Awards, things like that. Seriously, I'd be shocked if you didn't. I really would. I'll be having a word with them if it doesn't happen.
As you should. That would be awesome, though. It's always nice, especially, trugging along for 10 years. And I know Jason has been here for a while, too.
Yeah.
It's always nice. It's not the reason why we do it, but, God, it makes it feel good to be recognized for all the work we put into making these characters really come alive for people.
Mm-hmm. No way. Finally joined in for once and also felt that earthquake. Yeah, that's bizarre. I'm going to have to go back and watch this after just to see, because that was crazy. What was your reaction, Ozzy, to seeing the first trailer and everything come together?
I was so floored. I was floored.
Do you get emotional, or you're in check? You're all right.
I cried. Is that what you want from me?
You did cry. No, because there's a lot of people. A lot of people don't cry, but then on the other hand, there's a lot of guests that I've had that they can't hold their emotions in because it's so cool.
I took it in as information because we weren't done making the game when I first saw the trailer. So I was like, oh, more information, more of the world, that I'm in doing this instead of, my imagination makes the entire thing. I mean, every time I'm recording in the studio and I'm talking, I see all the things and I'm talking. So it was nice to see it illustrated so that when I go back to the studio, I have a really clear picture in my mind with a lot more information for the little world that I build in my brain for when I record. I was excited. I definitely was like, this is like nothing I've ever seen.
That's my exact reaction.
I've never seen this kind of world.
You don't get that a lot in video games. As funny, as weird as it sounds, you think you would. But there's
because the world, because they can draw anything. They can literally draw anything.
Yeah.
Any world. They can build any kind of world. Even down to the music. I mean, I keep bringing it, and I was talking to Bennett and Jason too, and I'm like, you guys, it's the music is so... Like, who is the chick singing? You know what I mean? Like, who is that girl?
Deja Vu. Is that what you're talking about? Deja Vu song?
Yeah.
In the trailer?
I was like, I love that song blasting in my stereo every morning.
I actually do. I'm not joking. That's in my Spotify play. I love that song.
It's so good.
Yeah. Even
They really gave a fuck. Not to say, like, you know...
When I reacted to it live, I said, this has got a James Bond feel. You know how James Bond songs have this sort of gravitas to them? That's what it felt like to me. And that trailer actually sold me on the game. It was whoever did that trailer, I mean, phenomenal stuff. Daniel here says, do you have a favorite sport, Ozzy?
Sport to play or sport to watch?
Give us both.
I guess both. My favorite sport to watch, it would be a tie between the two footballs. Football and actual football.
As in soccer?
Yeah.
Soccer? Yeah.
Soccer.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be a tie between the two footballs. But
that's an answer I've never heard, because usually people go one way or the other. Yeah.
Well, I'm from Texas.
Yeah.
So I grew up as a cheerleader watching, and being a part of the football scene.
Yeah.
And my parents are Nigerian, and the rest of the world plays football, and just America plays football. But I was in Texas learning about football, so I think that's the reason why. If anyone has any LAFC tickets, I will take that. That stadium is gorgeous. If you haven't gone, you definitely have to go. I mean, you're not in Los Angeles.
No, but I mean, I want to get over there because I'm just sick of here, Melbourne, and all the restrictions. I can't even leave. I'm in a curfew. Ozzy.
Still have curfew?
Yeah, I can't go out past 8 or 9, apparently.
How bad is COVID over there? Y'all can't get it under control?
It's not that bad. Like, it's not that crazy. There's like 50 cases. It's just the amount of people's smaller, I guess, but...
I've never been to Melbourne, so...
No?
There you go, no. You have to give me travel tips when I visit.
We'll have to get you down here for a Comic-Con eventually.
I would wait. I would love that. That's all I wanted to say. I wanted to make it clear.
Everybody listening from the Comic-Cons in Australia, Ozzy would love that, okay?
I would love to come to an Australian Comic. I've never been to Comic-Con.
Really? Wow.
No, I thought I was going to go because of Half-Life, but then as soon as Half-Life came out, the lockdown happened.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Besides Juliana, who is your favorite visionary, Ozzy? You wouldn't even know the names, would you, of the visionaries? Does Fia ring a bell? That's probably my favorite. I mean, you haven't played the game, so it's hard.
Right. It's hard for me to answer that. But Fia is the one I feel like I reference a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like I talk to her about her a lot.
Yep. Hey, Dan, tell Ozzy if you can that I'm really looking forward to seeing her in Half-Life 3. Don't worry about NDAs, just wishful thinking.
I, too, look forward to seeing myself in Half-Life. I have no control over those things, but if they were to and they would like me back, I would be back in a second.
Do you get that a lot? about Half-Life 3? Do you get that a lot or not?
Oh, people asking about Half-Life
Yeah.
3? Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone wants to know. I get it. It was a good game. They did a really good job.
Oh, because I get that one a lot. Half-Life 3. It's like the most anticipated game that's never coming. For whatever reason. I don't know what. Yeah. Anyway. What about, now speaking of sequels, what about if they came to you and said, Ozzy, we got an idea for Deathloop 2. Are you in or out?
I'm obviously in. Juliana's one of the best characters I've ever played.
Yeah. Now, let's say, this is hypothetical, obviously, but they say, look, we want you on the writing team, Ozzy. Where do you want to take this story? Where would you take it? Would you have them team up? Where would you go from there?
I would definitely, that's a really good idea. You should be on the writing team. I would definitely have them team up, but it would be one of those teams that are out of necessity, not out of them. Like they're really good together, but they clash heads a lot. And so it would be like, well, I want plan A. Well, I want plan B. And then it's just chaos happens.
Oh, that actually, I'm pretty proud of that idea. I like that. Deathloop 2. I can see the poster now, teaming up, back to back, shoulder to shoulder, playing as each one. I mean, we played as each one in this game. It's not much of a stretch. Mm-hmm. Is it really?
And maybe they still try to kill each other for some reason. That's always fun.
Well, for you it is. Yeah. Oh man, I've had so much fun playing as Juliana and just ruining people's day. I know it sounds bad, but there's just something fun about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm a psychopath.
You know, it's the same thing that drew me to her. It's because I just get to do whatever. Finally! No consequences. It's natural. Just lean into it, Dan. You're fine.
Lean into it, yeah. I mentioned this to Jason. Deathloop movie. And he's like, if they replace me with Idris Elba, I'm going to be pissed.
They would obviously replace me with Halle Berry.
Idris Elba and Halle Berry, yeah.
Halle Berry and Idris Elba, that's what it would be.
Would you go and watch that movie? I would. Even though you guys weren't in, I'd still probably
watch
it.
I'll go and watch it, because I get it. It's like...
But you guys are on-screen talents. You guys are actually, bred from that. You guys, that's your bread and butter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, isn't Jason on it? Jason's on a show coming out on the 14th of October, I think. I think I remembered it right, or maybe the 19th.
Yeah, November. Yeah. Seeing Ozzy in an anime would be pretty neat. Maybe a Deathloop animated series. That'd be cool.
Your viewers have the best ideas. They need to go ahead and write them and then shove me in there.
Yeah, exactly. The music was so good, like James Bond, with the crazy jazz feeling. It's exactly what we just said. So are there any upcoming projects you can talk about with us, Ozzy? Or are you just NDA'd out of your mind? Tell me you're in more games.
I'm NDA'd out of mind.
Yeah, but there's more games coming that you're in. Maybe. You gotta be so careful. You have to be so careful. Maybe.
I'm NDA'd out of my mind.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe I can say maybe.
Okay. And I'll like these projects. Yeah. I'll be having you back. Yeah. Ozzy? Yeah. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. I'm just making sure you're working, kicking ass,
Thank you. Thank you for having my back.
Now, what people don't know as well is that you're a bit of a pianist and a singer on the side. You've got some skills in that field.
I have some skills.
Yeah. Is that from an early age? Is that a late adoption? Because learning piano is not easy.
No. piano is definitely a late adoption. I started a couple of years ago, taking classes, I started.
Oh, you actually took classes, yeah.
Yeah, I was taking classes. Singing has always been a thing. When I graduated from college and then went to Santa Maria, it was to do musicals. So I've done Hairspray, Peter Pan.
What's your favorite musical, by the way?
Oh, my favorite musical is it's Aida.
Aida?
Tim Rice and Elton John.
Have I seen that? I don't know if I've seen that one. Yeah.
Maybe not. But they wrote it after Heather Headley did The Lion King. And Tim Rice and Elton John loved her so much, they were like, we're going to write you something amazing.
Oh, wow. Wow.
The music is gorgeous. I mean, Elton John and Tim Rice, they're geniuses.
That Lion King soundtrack's phenomenal.
Right.
Yeah.
Now imagine like that, and Lion King soundtrack's amazing. And now imagine that same duo doing another music.
Oh, okay. I got to check this out now. After this. Shit, I'm gonna have a night, bit of music pumping while there's an earthquake going on.
Yeah. Oh, and the Wild Party, Andrew Lippa's Wild Party, Andrew Lippa's version of Wild Party.
Yeah. Nice. What about Hamilton? That's.
Do you know I haven't seen Hamilton, and let me tell you why. I had tickets to go.
So did I.
The weekend the lockdown happened. And
So did I.
They didn't give me my money back.
I got my money back, but you were unlucky there.
They did not.
Really? That's bad. That's bad. I'm
So-
guessing that wasn't cheap either. Yeah. Yeah, we had tickets, but it was in Sydney, so it wasn't in it wasn't New York or anything. But lockdowns, man, they're ruining everything.
Well, it's coming back. Musicals are coming back.
Yep. I'll be out there supporting. So no upcoming projects. Is there anything you wanted to say to the fans?
Oh no, upcoming projects. Well, Do Re Mi is out now.
Oh yeah.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Nice.
It premiered last Friday. 3 singing birds: Kristen Bell, Jackie Tone, and Luke Youngblood. And I play Flora Flamingo, a singing flamingo. It's amazing. The music is incredible. And it's really good. You all should watch it on Amazon Prime today.
You're a real spokesperson now, aren't you? Oh, I wanted to ask you as well, do you think you'll ever do a cosplay of Juliana? Do you think you'll ever dress up?
Oh, dress up as her?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the fan... you know why? Probably not, because the fans always nail it. And I can't be out here doing the voice of something and then losing in the looks category. So, for reasons that are completely ego-based, I will not be subjecting myself to losing a Juliana looks contest.
I told Jason I want his leather jacket. Like the leather jacket he wears. I love it.
Oh,
in Deathloop, yeah, Colt's leather jacket, yeah. Just all the outfits are so cool. Is there anything you wanted to say to the fans quickly?
I want to say thank you times a million. I want to say I'm glad everybody likes it. Glad is not even a good enough word. I mean, we do this for y'all, and as long as y'all like it, then I'm happy. So I'm happy. And always let me know how you like it. I always love when people tweet me like, I love when blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah. So, yeah.
Like I said, I really hope you guys get some recognition, nominations or whatever. I mean, it's just, you guys killed it. You really did. One of the best performances of the year for sure. You two And most of it's voice. That's like even harder to do because most of the time the best performances are motion capture because you get the facial. But a lot of your stuff is over the radio and stuff like that, and it still just hits just as good. So honestly, from me to you, really great job, Ozzy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And guys, you can follow Ozzy on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah?
Yes. Please do. And tell me all the things you love.
Hit her
and
up.
always tell me when you kill Colt. I always want to know.
And she will respond to you maybe at the end of the year or next year
No,
when she finally gets around to it.
DMs are no tweets are amazing. I put it all in the tweets because I can read it too fast. But the DM messages, it's literally
they
like
get left on unread. Yeah.
I mean, you know, sometimes your email is like my email is at 8,000 unread right now. So
that'd give me anxiety.
Oh yeah. Oh, then don't look at anything else I've got going on. Like, a tweet, a comment under a photo, a tweet, I'm on it. I'm like, oh, hello.
Before I let you go, is there anything Juliana can say to Dan as we wrap this up or not?
Anything what would you like me to say?
I don't know. You can call me anything you want. You can bicker to me. You can, I don't know. Whatever comes to your mind, I don't mind.
Well, whatever you do, kill Colt. That's all I care about.
Oh, no, beautiful. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time, Ozzy. Thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me, Dan.
Make sure to follow her, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
And there you have it, everybody. That is our guest for this evening. Her name is Ozzy. Hello, everybody. Get my mic on? For fuck's sake. Hello, everybody. My name is Alan Daniels. Welcome to Breaking News with Alan Daniels. There's a bit of news today, but I thought I just wanted to talk to you all and just tell you about the success of this show, Breaking News. We're on our third episode now. And our last episode hit over 10 million people watching worldwide. That is incredible viewership for a news segment on a YouTube channel. Can you believe that? 10 million people tuned in to Alan Daniels. I'm very humbled by your support, everybody. And one thing I do want to say is if you could, become a member of the Dan Allen Gaming YouTube channel. Click the join button for $4.99. And you're going to get exclusive access to interviews, member live streams, and plenty of good stuff, including emotes. So please do that. But guys, I want to turn it over to my correspondent, Jeremy Longbottom. Jeremy, how is it over there in Black Reef Island?
Thank you, Allens. Wow. This place is absolutely splendid. I haven't ran into any trouble, but I must say, I feel like I have had this strange feeling that I've been here before. Even saying this to you now, Allens.
You may be stuck in a time loop, Jeremy. Is that... You might be stuck in a death loop. Is that what's happening here?
Thank you, Allens. Wow. This island is absolutely splendid. What can I say? I've run into absolute no trouble, but I must say I've had this weird and peculiar feeling that I've been here before and that I'm even talking to you now, Allens.
You just repeated exactly what you just said moments ago. I think you may be stuck in a death loop or a time loop.
Thank you, Allens. Wow, this island is absolutely splendid. I must say I haven't run into much trouble.
We've
But I
heard
have
this
this
before, for fuck's sake.
unreal feeling that I've been here before. Although it is my only first time seeing it, I've had this weird moment that I'm talking to you now moments before.
Yeah, Jeremy, that's because it has happened moments before. You've just repeated yourself 3 fucking times. Jeremy, we're on live on air here. We need some sort of information.
Wow, thank you, Alan. Yeah, look, I haven't ran into much.
Guys, I can't believe this. That's our news correspondent, Jeremy Longbottom. We thank you, Jeremy. Fuck's sake, get someone new. Guys, that's it for Breaking News with Alan Daniels. I'm your host, Alan Daniels. Thank you, and good night.
Of all time, Dan Allen Gaming. If there's one podcast you want to hear this year, it's Dan Allen Gaming.
Dan, we've got a job to do.
Mr. Allen, I've been waiting for you, Mr. Dan Allen. Anyone has heard of the likes of you, especially your YouTube channel. It's amazingly entertaining. Good job.
This is Geralt of Rivia, and you're watching Dan Allen Gaming. Yeah.
This is Agent 47. Subscribe to Dan Allen Gaming. He's a great guy.
I always knew we were destined for something great to happen. A lot of people want to change their cards, not me. I like the hand we've been dealt.
I'm gonna come find you, little man thing. Dan, I knew you'd love me. Come on now, just a little taste.
Dan Allen Gaming. He's a lovely boy.
Super Dan, you number one. Woohoo!
This is Colt calling out to Dan the Animal Allen. I'm gonna break this fucking loop, or I'm gonna break your neck.
You're watching Dan Allen Gaming, and you're going to regret it.
Dan, you and I are gonna take back the universe for humanity.
We're having a problem with Metal Gear, and I need your help. So contact me by codec, damn it!
Dan Allen! You and I, going dark, now!
Are you being cheeky, Dan?
I know how to keep this for close encounters.
Tune into Dan Allen Gaming, or else I'm coming after you. You're fucking down.
I've been interviewed by Dan Allen of Dan Allen Gaming. Not to be mistaken for Van Allen. You know the belts? No, not the same guy. Not even related. Okay, Jackie out.
All the best to you. Just don't cross me.
Dan Allen Gaming, you have got to be one of the best things to come out of Australia. Did you know that? You and me, we would have been unstoppable. Anyways, Outlaws for life, partner.
Your face, your ass, what's the difference?
It's okay, Dan. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
But you shouldn't have done that. It fucking hurts!
Let's find out if Dan Allen Gaming really is the best fucking show in town.
Dan! You eat babies! Everybody knows that!
Guys, that's it for the Deathloop content here on the channel. We are now transitioning into Far Cry 6, which is a couple of weeks away. I should have early access to the title in the next week or so, and I'll be starting to pump out those videos and get ready for some content there, and hopefully some cool guests on that front. Another guest we got coming on, guys, I don't know if you guys know, but Kevin Conroy, Batman himself, will be coming on the show one-on-one with Dan. He doesn't do these interviews, guys. He doesn't do them. It's word of mouth. It's because of you guys. Kevin Conroy coming on the show. I can't wait. I'm giddy about it. This guy is an incredible actor. He's played Batman for 30 plus years. I can't wait to sit down with him and chat about everything. It's going to be fucking awesome. But that's it for Deathloop, guys. The content on Deathloop. We are going to transition into Far Cry series as we move forward through the year. And then after Far Cry, we got the Call of Duties, Battlefields, Dying Lights, Elden Rings, Horizons, as we move into 2022. And I'll be hoping to get all these big guest stars. Someone mentioned before, Kena Bridge of Spirits. Will you be getting on the voice actors of that game? No, I won't be covering that game on this main channel. So, but it is. I've played a little bit of the game. It's quite beautiful. So do check it out if you're into that sort of stuff. You got a PS5, PC. Do check it out. Ari here says, just check the news. It was 5.6 on the Richter scale. Man, I just got hit up with a bunch of texts about that earthquake. I'm gonna have to clip that out. I'm gonna have to clip that out just after we go off air here, and pop it on the Instagram or Twitter, because that was an actual earthquake. I couldn't believe. I thought it was wind for a second, and then everything was shaking. If you go back, I'll have a timestamp on the video. Everything was shaking, so that was pretty crazy. One thing I will say, guys, I'm working on a channel right now. It's called Dan Allen Clips. It will just have clip outs of these live streams, some of the best moments. So do go over to that channel and subscribe if you could, because I know a lot of you, they drop in for 10, 20 minutes. You can't stay for the whole live stream, or there's certain information you're looking for. So I've got that channel coming for you guys. Dan Allen Clips. It's live now. You can go over there and 1 or 2 videos, but that's I know a lot of people will enjoy that. And is Deathloop an actually good game, William? It is. It is a very, very good game. Very, very good game. I give the game 8 out of 10. In terms of my favorite games of this year, Resident Evil Village, obviously number 1. I've got a real affinity with that cast and crew and game, and you guys know that. Number 2 was Hitman 3. Hitman 3 is my second best game of the year. And third, It Takes Two. After It Takes Two is Deathloop at 4. So it's in my top 5 so far of this year. And I expect to see it in Game of the Year contention along with those other games. Probably not Resident Evil. That sometimes gets thrown to the wayside in terms of Game of the Year, besides the remake. I noticed Jeremy Lee, female V, worked on Deathloop. She was Fia. Yeah, Ari, she was Fia. But we're just going to get these cast on for Deathloop, and now we're going to move over to Far Cry, which really looking forward to. I hope you guys are too. It's going to be a super fun game, guys. And Giancarlo Esposito, he's going to knock it out of the park, I tell you right now. The marketing that he's been doing on this game, phenomenal. Really cool. Really, really cool stuff. Can't wait to hear what Kevin Conroy is going to say when naming your channel. Yeah. I am Night. I am Vengeance. I am Night. I am Dan Allen. I'm going to get him to say something like that. That'd be cool. I'm still working on what do I get him to say. Or I should say maybe like, Alfred, there's a new villain. His name, Dan Allen Gaming. Something like that. Enjoyed the interview? Thank you. That's appreciated. Shatman, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I might end up being a VA at this point. You never know, man. You never know, hey? Covering Mirror's Edge? No, not anytime soon, mate. No. Alright, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for tuning in. If you could, leave a like. Leave a comment on the video once it's published, and take care, you beautiful bastards.